Hi, it is the human operating system time. So today I'd like to share with you something extremely critical for the Wing Chun culture. The reason I share it now because in the past few days something happened which is, if not handled properly, is going to damage the Wing Chun culture. And if things get damaged, then you will not be able to reverse it. Okay, it's like in the cultural evolutions of China. Once you destroy the thing, you can no longer find what it is. And also due to these incidents that many have requested me to speak up, to tell what it is there. And because I'm 60 years old now, and human is not going to live forever, so I choose to tell you what exactly happened. Okay, and so leave this one as a mark in the YouTube, so that everybody here on, every Wing Chuner here on, can check on this thing. Okay, now I'm not perfect, but I'm not here to talk about who is perfect. I'm here to talk about something which have happened in the past, which everybody need to know, or everybody deserve to know, because it is a culture. And for all of us here who is responsible for our own culture, namely the Wing Chun culture, there's a duty to protect it. And sure, whatever I present to you might not be 100% correct, but it is at least 80-90% stuff, because we have a lot of data, not hearsays. Okay, there's a lot of verifications I went through for past 30 something years. So today I'd like to share with you on the reality of the 1850 Xiu Ling Tao on the redwood, which is passed down by Yik Kam to the Cho family. How is this thing being passed down to my hand, and now I pass to different people around the world. Okay, and when I mean different people, I mean it is not about lineage. So I pass to Wing Chuners from different lineage. Okay, because this is a piece of the red boat Wing Chun culture, and this is something which everybody will own it. Okay, sure, we need to thank the Cho family ancestor and Yik Kam protect this part of the Wing Chun culture so that we can see it today. Okay, that we owe respect and appreciations to all this Cho family ancestor who got this thing. Without them, we cannot see this thing anymore. But there's not means of trying to convert anybody, but it is the mean for me to bring it up today so that we know where we're from, so that we can know our root and we can evolve, we can expand, because this thing is really deep. So let's start. Let's start from the red boat, 1850 and 1840s time. So there's the Opium War in China, 1840s. And the Chinese in the Canton is having, studying the uprising and so forth, because they are good people who like the people to live a better life. Okay. Now, so the Fine Jade Association, which is the Red Boat Opera, is based on the King Fa Hui Kun in Fat San. It's actually the headquarters of the anti-Qing. And this anti-Qing is not just us Wing Chun there. Hong Seng Chai Lei Fa is also a member. There are many people, many different styles in the King Hua Hui Kun. Okay? And Chou family ancestor is there in the King Hua. Yik Kam is there. So that's how they study the Wing Chun, from Yik Kam. And Yik Kam study in the environment with his teacher, and they all are anti-Qing. Okay, so they are Heaven Earth Associations people, or the Hong Moon people. Now, contradict to what people in the past many decades who study Wing Chun or research in Wing Chun think, like they're boat people, they are not educated and so forth. That is not true, because this group of people, they are anti-government, anti-Qing people. They are elite inside there. They link with the Taiping kingdom. So these people are well educated, have high degree of educations. Okay, so it's really literate people. So that is what happened at that time. And if you look at the document passing down by Yik Kam via the Chou family, you can find out that those Chinese is not the Chinese language which even Chinese today understand. Okay, so the writing, the quinquit of the Xiu Lim Tao writing is in that classical form. And in order to really decode that, one needs to be able to read the Buddhism Sutra. And many the Chinese classical in martial arts and in medicines, Chinese medicines. Okay, you need that background, because this is the background of those elite in the Red Boat. Whoever the person who is at that time teaching Wing Chun to the Yik Kam and all this thing. Okay. Now, so you can read about the history, about the uprising and so forth. When they come to 1860s, so the uprising lost, get defeated by the Qing, and there are all kind of issues there. So a massive elite passed away in that uprising. And if you look at the uprising, there are so many leaders there, smart men and women there. And it is not different than today's Silicon Valley, where I live here, where you can see so many great people there. But unfortunately, they didn't win, they passed away. So, the next generations of these Wing Chuners they are not as literate as those who is fighting. Okay, those leaders. And we found out also that when they study within the FineJet, the associations, the FineJet, okay, it is not homogeneous study in that FineJet association. Okay, it's not homogeneous. Different people have different sifu. Somebody learn more, somebody learn less. And that is document, which is when I went to discuss with the history researcher of Fatsan in Fatsan, he told me that there are many people who actually train 2-3 days and they send to the war zone. So the idea of the when I went to Fatsan, I can tell you this. And I went there, I just present whatever it is, and people just listen. You have many people, researchers, they'll listen. And I said, so they asked me this. So Hendrik, is this homogeneous? I said, no, it's not homogeneous. From the Yik Kam writing, we know that it is not homogeneous. Wing Chun might be at that time taught by different people, and different people learn different time, and there's different variations, even though the core is the same. And that is the time, the instant he told me, yes, Hendrik, that is not homogeneous because we have this document, we have seen it. Okay, so that's what happened over there. So it is not like in the movie, everything is homogeneous, or we have this school and so forth. No, there's a lot of people there. Okay, if you think about that, it's just like something is ready for a big uprising. Okay, there are a lot of people there. Now, because those people who is really highly educated in the Chinese sense and really literate, Yik Kam is extremely literate people. From his document passed down, which I saw today, by evidence, say the quinquit, the Xiu Lim Tao quinquit and the medicines for Theta and strike, those kind of stuff, we can trace it to 4 group of documents there. The first, as what I present here, that is the Shaolin short strike document. Okay. The second, that can link to Mei 12 Zhuang documents, including the body conditioning and the pressure point strike, different jing type of using hand spread with as different type of the weapons. Okay, because you use different type of hand shape to strike different pressure point. It's not one thing fit all. Okay, we know that. The third is the White Crane Wing Chun from the Fujian. That link into the kit too. The fourth is the Shaolin, the medicine's book, which is, we know today it exists in the Ming Dynasty, 1500s, middle 1500s. So all these things, luckily that they are still alive, it can be seen. For example, the Mei 12 Zhuang, luckily Zhou Quanchuan one of the grandmaster, one of the gatekeeper, released it to the public, and later on he was put to jails in the Cultural Revolution and died in the jail. The Shaolin Sword Strike canon was researched by Tang Hao, the Chinese traditional Chinese martial art researcher, and tracked to 1600 Shaolin monks, 玄机和尚. Okay, and of course you have this white crane document today, we can see. Okay, so that is so many things there. Okay, and not to mention that in order to read all of these things, you need traditional Chinese martial art background, the Buddhist background, all these things in order to understand that. Otherwise, you get anybody to understand it, they will not be able to understand what it is. Okay, so this is what happened, what Yik Kam had. Okay, what Yik Kam passed to the Chou family. Now, the Chou family know how valuable this thing. That's why it's kept within a really close inner loop only. Okay. Now, at the first generations of the Chou family, they do teach us other last name family, such as the Yip family and the Sam family. The Yip family evolved to today's Yip Kin Wing Chun in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay, and the Sam family is, as we know, there's a grandmaster, late grandmaster Sam Chan. Okay. So at that time they have the Chou family did teach us different last name. It's not just that they keep in for their family. And I question, or I asked my teacher before, why did they teach other people? My teacher told me, he said at that time, people using art to protect their village and so forth, so they need to have ally. Okay, it is a really chaotic era at that time, so they have ally. So some family and Yip family is the ally, and he told me that later on, if you meet Sifu from the Sam family and Yip family, you need to respect people, okay? Because we know the ancestors have taught them, okay? Now, how much they were taught today, I don't know, because I did not go to research into the Sam family or the Yip family, but we need to give, what do you call it, how to say that, we need to admit that that thing happened. Okay, it's not fair if we say that oh yeah, you know, the Chou family only teach one last name. No, you cannot say that, because the reality is not, it's not that. Okay, so the Chou family passed this Su Lin Tao set down, and that is two issues. Number one, they have to decide who they pass it down, who they can trust to pass it down. The second is rhetoric problem. Because if the person is not very literate, then you have certain part of thing will be not be able to fully understood, because as we mentioned, Yik Kam himself is highly literate style, and this Wing Chun kid from the Red Book is a highly literate or highly high level type of educations or culture. So that is how being passed down, and it passed down to my Si Gong Chou On time, and my Si Gong Chou On brought it to Malaysia. Okay, and in China they have kept, and so the Si Gong brought it to Malaysia. Now in Malaysia, my Sifu, late Sifu Chou Hong Choi, is the first one who learned this shooting tao sets with the full quid passed down by my Si Gong Chou On. Now, my Sifu Chou Hong Choi is a literate person. Okay, he is educated because he was this is in Penang, Malaysia, educate, and so he studied Chinese medicines and so forth. Okay, so he is very scientific guy who investigating, writing notes. You can see he writing a lot of notes, doing experiment, those kind of stuff. So that's how he studied the creed, he learned the creed. Okay, so that's what he had. So by the time of 1977, when I graduated from high school, my Sifu passed that sets and the creed to me, explained to me what is this in the creed and so forth. Okay, and they give me 2 weeks to copy the creed and the medicine stuff. 2 weeks. If you miss one day, you will not be able to get anything, get whatever you miss. So 2 weeks. Okay, now at that time of teaching me this, this is what he told me. You teach sets, but you are not going to teach applications. You teach applications, you are not going to teach the body conditioning. You teach body conditioning, you are not going to teach proper mechanics. If you teach proper mechanics, you are not going to teach momentum. If you teach momentum, you never want to teach him the creed. Even you teach him the creed, you do not want to crack the code of the creed. That is the rule of how to teach people according to ancient, where my Sifu told me this. Okay. So there are guts, level and level of gates there. You have to prove that you are royal, reliable, responsible before you can go to another level. Now I share this with our researchers in Tatsan, and after they heard that, they said, Hendrik, yes, that's what it is. Because in Fatsan we find out that you go to study with the Sifu. Okay, so it sounds like this. Okay, you want to study Kung Fu for what? For revenge? This much money. I'll teach you this for revenge. That's it. You want to open a school? I teach you to open a school. very, very, very rare people give you the big picture full system. Okay? So that is how it is. And I think this the researcher is pretty high quality because they always listen to me talk. And whatever I said makes sense, and he agree with it. And then later on we get closer, and then he told me, you know, there are many people told us about nonsense, who is non-exist and so forth, so forth. Did they know? They know. And I have seen wheels. Okay. So there are many things, many stories, many things that is kept in Fatsan. And so people knows, okay. So did my seafood test me? You think this simple? That he give me this, and then at that time he know me, you know, because my family is really well to do, so I don't need to work. Okay, I'm more lucky. Just go to school and like to study, and he know that I'm coming to America, study engineering, and that's why he gave me the thing, and then so I'll go study and so forth. Do you think it's so easy? No. Today I put all the quit, release it to the public. In my book, The Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. At that time, you know what happened? When he gave me that quit in 1977 or 76, the part 4 of the quit, they are missing writing there. So I was in Iowa State University and I wrote my sifu. After a while, I said, well, because something is missing. So I wrote my sifu. Said, sifu, how come between this quid and that quid, that is something which is not connected? And so at that time, it is not like today you can talk in WeChat or Line or WhatsApp or Facebook. He wrote me the letter. He said, okay, now you understand the quid. Yes, this. Okay. So it is not like, oh yeah, you know, you just study this and you know, I mean, the old Sifu want you to think, not just oh, this is giving to you and so forth. It's not like that, at least in my case. And are you serious? Are you serious? You finish copy this script in 2 weeks. If you don't read that quick, you will not know that in the part 4 of the quick there are missing lines. Okay. So that's how it is. Now, so when he taught me this thing, he explained me the quid and the move and so forth, so forth. However, there are things that he's not sure. Okay, there are things that he is not sure. So he told me flat, he's not sure on this thing, and that is related to the Qi channel meridians and a lot of things. Okay. So that is where I start to do my own, or to walk my own path for my own journey to find out what it is. And when I found the 峨眉12庄, because I matched the quid at that time, my family is pretty well-to-do, so I practically get friends and everything, go to all, every bookstore in Hong Kong, in Malaysia, in Singapore. You just buy all the traditional Chinese martial arts books. Okay? And at that time, the mainland China book is really difficult to find because they only maybe publish one version and then they no longer publish those kind of things. So I found that, you know, Heaven's Will. I found that I went go talk to my Sifu. And so Sifu told me one thing. Number one, you look at the writing, that has to match. The second, the body condition has to match. The third, the momentum has to match. Okay. So as today I share with you, platform, under platform you have momentum, you have the, what do you call it, the proper mechanics, and then you have the body condition support by that. The reason I know all this thing is because it is a way of trainings since that time. Okay. So this thing going on, and my Sifu passed away prior to, you know, when he's sick, prior to he passed away, he told me one thing. Of course I asked him, so who you pass the art, your art to? He told me one thing. I pass this thing, this art, to whom have faith, and keep studying it. Okay? So it is not a certain particular person who have faith in the sets and the creed and keep drilling, get deeper and deeper. That is the person who have it. If you think about it today, okay, I think that SPD is like today's university, right? If you want to be really, you know, professional in that field, you need to spend at least 10,000 hours or more to investigate on that thing. Okay, and of course, if you want to investigate on that thing, you need a faith. Okay, so that is how these things come to my hand. Okay, and how that this is past so many years. And as you can see that for the Ermei connections, for the White Crane connections, for the Shaolin Short Strike connections, I have to work it out, to work it through. It's like an engineering thing. So then you ask me, how do you know this is proper? How do you know that this Shaolin short strike applied to the Yik Kam kit? Well, let me tell you, there's many ways you can do it. Number one, short strike is the term. You see, look at the body conditioning, you look at the momentum, as my Sifu taught me. And then you can go check around in the Southern Chinese martial arts. You will be able to find the different common denominator. And when you fit that together, if the lock turn on, you know it is. And when the lock turn on, you know. You can go teach 1,000 people and 1,000 people will get it if they follow the instructions. Because now you have a processes which is repeatable with quality. It's engineering, okay? Maybe because I'm an engineer, so I do it this way. So I do not set any assumption. You just piece the thing. If it open the lock and it give result as described, you know it is what it is. Even if it's not 100% there, you know at least 70-80% you got it. Okay. So that's how it is. Okay. This processes. Now, of course, in this journey of mine, I have to go through studying with many different sifus. As what I mentioned just now, the processes to realize or to get result. You have to consider of the stability and repeatability. And I can tell you a story, a real story here, a real account here. The first stanza, the first creed of the Yik Kam Xiu Lim Tao creed, okay, or I like to call it the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao creed now on, because it is not belong to Yik Kam or something, it's belong to everybody, okay. So the first creed say, collect or gather your intention, union with your Shen spirit in the equal shoulder stand, right? Simple, right? First stanza, right? Now, collect the intention or call yourself back to union with your Shen. Now, Shen, we know it is heart, because in Chinese medicine you can read Shen related to heart, okay? Spirit related to heart, like in Qi Gong, Jing Qi Shen related to heart. But then how is to collect the intention to union with the heart? Well, somebody will say, you want to open this third eye, okay, third eye, this area you want to relax it, so that you have the sun. Somebody will say that you want to have your chest open up like that, so that you can have your sun. I tried many things for many years, in fact decades. That thing, the done thing is not stable. So I met a Sifu. And after some conversations, I bow and I ask, in a very sincere way, sir, can you please teach me how is this this meeting of Shen done? I know. So at first you tell me different theories and so forth, and I know the theory, but I know you know how to do it. So how to do it? So what he told me, he said, simple, Henry. You just imagine a cute baby laughing at you. And that is, you collect your intention, yi, union with your Shen. Because at that instant, this open up, this heart lift up. Just one thing. Okay? Try it. So all of this is from a lot of study with different sifus and verifications. It's not an easy stuff to say, well, I understand it. Now, probably if I was born in the Yik Kam times and I have the literate and I have the education, and probably be able to understand. But today, that I went through a lot of journey to look for it. And also, when people talk about this internal art, external art, and so forth, well, let me share with you. The first creed of the Xiu Lim Tao 1850 is the indications, the proof of Xiu Lim Tao is Qi Gong, Xiu Lim Tao is really internal. Why? Because any real internal art, there should have a union of mind and Shen. When you union the mind element, the second element, mind element, calm down, okay, quiet down. Quiet down. And only that, with the body, equals order stand, meaning your body is in a really natural state, and then your mind quiet down. And only that, you can start practice, be it your healing Qigong or any other development. So the rule is this, on this internal development. The first, your body loose, your mind, just quiet down and meeting your Sun. So your heart Sun is now gathered back. That is the first thing you need to do. The second, only with that you be able to channel the Qi. Okay? After you channel the Qi, that's the second process step. The third process step is now you channel the Qi so that you remove blockage. Once you remove the blockage, you get back to step one. Now you have your body, your mind, your breathing, your Qi, one piece in union. That is how Qigong is practiced, internal art is practiced. Okay? You can go check any Qigong. That's how they do it. Okay? So in Huangdi Neijing, Yellow Emperor Classic, it said, 恬淡虚无真气从之. 恬淡虚无. When you put yourself into a calm state, your Qi will follow that. So the first is you need to have this union, the mind-body, the first stanza or the first writing of the Xiu Ling Tao Kuit. And then, when you have this Zhen Qi, which is surface with it, then is the beginning of you can have this development in the Qi and so forth. And after that, you return to the union. You just union, you get into the natural resonance, or what we call the yoga. Yoga is union with the nature, union with heaven, union with God, or let it be. You put down there, let it run by itself. As there is also what is called 道法自然. In Tao Te Ching, it said that Tao mimic Tao follow the nature. Okay. So this is what I can share with you. Okay. Now, somebody might say, "Well, Hendrik, you make this up because you have decades of study." Well, you know what? I will be really happy if I make this up. Because if I make this up, my name will be ranked with those grandmaster like Wing Chun, Yang Luchan of Tai Chi, or Wang Xiangzai of Yi Quan, so forth. Well, the issue is I'm not. I just tell you what it is there. And what my point to share with you is, this thing is huge and deep. Okay? It is all Wing Chun's property, it's not mine. And I'm 60 years old now. I died tonight. If I died tonight, the younger generation has to proceed going on. Continue on. And sure, you say, well, in the ancient the Chou family ancestor, keep this close, keep this very tight. Well, now it's a different world. This is different civilizations. And the best way to keep, to protect this Wing Chun culture is to put it into the university. Make it a systematic education with a specific process. Put it in the university. So every Wing Chuner can learn it. Every Wing Chuner can achieve it. And every Wing Chuner can continue on to develop it. Okay. Only this way, the Cho family ancestor, the Yik Kam and the Red Boat ancestor, their effort is meaningful. Otherwise, we lost it in these generations. What good is that? Okay. And of course, once you get into this, like the union of the sun and everything, the body, the 6 core elements have signature that people can read. That is why the Sifu can teach the student, because they can read the signature. Okay, this is real. That's why in the ancient China, it said that Sifu bring you into the door. Kung Fu is your own cultivation. The Sifu need to bring one into the door, meaning that it is not a gradual, oh, you keep training this every day. No, it is a sudden. He get you into this state. Now you understand this state, you realize this state, like the 2C state. Anybody who get into the 2C state know that 2C state. And then they will develop the Kung Fu based on that. As how advanced it is depend on different people, different variations, how far one go. Okay. So, this I'd like to share with you today. This thing exists in this world. And many people already train this way, as what I mentioned, from different lineage around the world. And just hopefully, someday it get into the universities, Asian study or Chinese cultural study department, so that we keep this thing in the university system, education system once for all. Nobody own it. As when I explained to the Fatsan's researcher, I said that this thing do not belongs to anybody. It belongs to Fatsan, it belongs to Wing Chuners, all Wing Chuners, it belongs to the Chinese culture, and now since you have Wing Chuner all around the world, so it belongs to all Wing Chuners around the world. It must not kept just like, but somebody have this like some kinds of a more superior position to have this thing. Forget about it. And that is also why I bring out the heart rate profile. If you say that you develop the first stanza, collect your intention, meeting with your son in the equal shoulder stand, well, let's look at it in your heart rate profile. See, is that true? Can you have handle your heart rate and breathing and so forth, and sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, because that collect your intention, meeting your son, is actually handling your autonomic nervous system. Okay. So this is to share with you, and I know that some people might like this and some people might not like it, but so be it, because I have to do my duty. I don't own this stuff, my kid doesn't own this stuff. In fact, my kid never learned it, and I don't want to teach him to get out of this is politics stuff. Okay. So this is to share with you, and there are many things here, and again, there are many Sifus in this world, and because of different culture, Chinese Sifu is not like me, American educate person, where I talk straight with you like engineer, engineering in the Silicon Valley, you know, yes or no, okay, not giving face. So there are many people, many sifu, old sifu, which know things, and we need to humble to learn. That's why I mentioned just now, right, about this open the heart chakra or the union with the sun stuff. If that sifu doesn't tell me, I don't know the process. So this is for you. You don't have to take my words, and I don't want you to take my words. You think about it. You do your research, okay? And so you know what is reality. As what I said, it's simple today. Everybody have this. Just check the heart rate profile. That's the first stanza of the Xiu Lim Tao Cake. If you say, well, I have inherit the Chou family Xiu Lim Tao set. No, I am the gatekeeper. Okay, good. Let's see your heart rate profile. If you have control of that, then you have something. If you have not controlled that and you couldn't even understand what is gather your intention and to meet your shen, then you don't know what it is. Okay? Life has to be strict. You know, I like to have fun with you guys. If you guys meet me, you know, I'm not the guy who's strict guy. But we talk about something serious which will influence all the Wing Chuners and influence the Wing Chun culture. Hey, be careful. Because there's a duty towards the ancestor and the duty towards the new generations. You cannot just go spray anything you like or change anything you like and call it, oh, this is the invention of Yik Kam, or this is this. Okay? It is a responsibility.